Did you know that the way you are breathing right now could be the very thing holding you back from your highest potential? It might sound unbelievable, but science has shown us that most people are breathing incorrectly, shallow, rushed, and in ways that keep the body locked in stress. And here's the shocking part. This one unconscious habit could be draining your energy, clouding your focus, and even blocking the alignment you've been searching for. Imagine if something as simple as changing how you breathe could unlock clarity, power, and balance in every area of your life. That's exactly what we're diving into today. Most of us think breathing is automatic, something we never have to think about. But what if I told you that every inhale and every exhale is either pulling you into alignment or pushing you further away? Breathing isn't just about survival. It's a hidden code that influences your nervous system, your emotions, and even the signals you send to the universe itself. When you breathe wrong, you keep your body stuck in fight or flight mode, creating tension, fear, and fatigue. But when you breathe correctly, you activate a completely different state, calm, focused, and deeply connected. This isn't just theory. Studies reveal that controlled breathing can lower stress hormones, balance your heart rate, and even change brain activity. But beyond the science lies something even more profound. Breath is vibration. Breath is rhythm. Breath is the bridge between the physical body you can touch and the invisible energy you can feel. When you master it, you don't just calm your mind. You tune yourself like an instrument into harmony with life itself. Think about it. Right now, as you listen, you're breathing. Without effort, without thought. But what if this automatic act is the very key to unlocking health, success, and alignment? The truth is, most people never discover the power hidden in this simple act. And that's why they remain stuck in cycles of stress, self-doubt, and imbalance. By the end of this video, you'll know the method, a method almost no one uses, that can shift everything. Mind, body, and energy will begin to fall into place when you apply it. But here's where the suspense builds. The secret is not about taking deeper breaths or just slowing down. It's about breathing in a specific way that engages your entire system, aligning not just your body but your energy field, your focus, and your inner state. It's the alignment athletes, monks, and peak performers have tapped into for centuries. Yet it's rarely spoken about in simple practical steps. Today you'll hear those steps. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn isn't just another relaxation trick. It's a tool for transformation. It's the missing piece that can connect you to your calmest self, your sharpest mind, and your most powerful energy. The shift begins the moment you try it, and the results compound the more you practice. So take this as your invitation. By the end of this journey, you'll have more than information. You'll have the key to a life that feels lighter, clearer, and fully aligned. Fast breathing under stress is another pattern that quietly damages well-being. When the body perceives pressure, whether from work deadlines, arguments, or inner worries, the breath becomes rapid and irregular. This is part of the fight or flight response. While useful for survival in dangerous situations, living in this mode daily is harmful. The body stays flooded with stress hormones, the heart races, and the mind struggles to stay clear. Instead of calm focus, you end up with scattered energy and a constant sense of urgency. These incorrect patterns might not seem serious at first, but the signs they create are easy to recognize. Fatigue is one of the earliest indicators. If you're breathing shallowly, your body is not getting the full oxygen exchange it needs. Less oxygen means less fuel for your cells, and as a result, you feel tired even when you haven't done much. Anxiety is another signal of poor breathing habits. Shallow or rapid breaths trick the brain into thinking there is danger, which amplifies feelings of worry or panic. The more you breathe this way, the stronger the anxiety loop becomes. It's not just in your head. Your breath is literally sending anxious signals to your nervous system. Poor focus is also tied to incorrect breathing. Without proper oxygen levels, the brain struggles to concentrate. You may notice difficulty in staying present, a wandering mind, or a feeling of mental fog. These are not random, they are the natural result of insufficient, unbalanced breathing. Sleep issues often follow. Shallow or mouth breathing during the day continues into the night, disrupting rest. Many people wake up feeling as tired as when they went to bed, not realizing their breathing was never truly supporting deep restorative sleep. This creates a cycle where poor breathing patterns reinforce exhaustion, and exhaustion makes it harder to breathe correctly. Understanding these habits is the first step toward change. Recognizing shallow chest breathing, mouth breathing, and stress-driven rapid breaths helps you see how small unconscious actions ripple into fatigue, anxiety, poor focus, and restless nights. When you become aware of these patterns, you begin to notice just how much of your life they quietly control. And once you see it, you're ready to shift it. Breathing is more than a way to bring oxygen into the body. It's also one of the most powerful switches for your nervous system. Deep within you lies the autonomic nervous system, the part of your body that runs automatically, without you thinking about it. It controls your heartbeat, your digestion, your blood pressure, and your stress response. Most people believe they have no control over it, but the truth is, the way you breathe can tip the balance between stress and calm almost instantly. The autonomic nervous system has two main branches. The first is the sympathetic nervous system, often called the fight or flight response. This system activates when you sense a threat, whether it's a car swerving toward you, or a pile of unread emails. Your heart rate rises, your breath becomes fast and shallow, and your body prepares to react. This response is helpful for short bursts of danger, but when it stays on all the time, it creates burnout, anxiety, and exhaustion. The second branch is the parasympathetic nervous system, known as the rest and digest state. This is where true healing, growth, and repair happen. When this system is active, your breathing slows, your muscles relax, your heart rate steadies, and your mind clears. It's the state where the body restores balance, strengthens the immune system, and recharges energy. The problem is that many people stay stuck in fight or flight mode, rarely giving their parasympathetic system the chance to take over. Breathing is the key that unlocks this shift. According to research highlighted by News Medical, controlled breathing directly signals the nervous system to switch gears. When you slow your breathing, extend your exhale, or breathe rhythmically, your body interprets this as a message of safety. The brain sends signals through the vagus nerve, telling the parasympathetic system to take charge. Heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, and stress hormones like cortisol begin to decrease. At university hospitals, specialists explain that breathing practices are being used more often in clinical settings to help patients manage stress, anxiety, and even chronic pain. By teaching people to breathe deeply and evenly, they can reduce tension and improve resilience. This isn't just a mental shift. It's a physical transformation that can be measured in blood pressure readings, hormone levels, and brain activity scans. Several studies have confirmed these effects. Research published in medical journals shows that controlled breathing exercises can significantly reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. One study found that just a few minutes of slow, diaphragmatic breathing lowered levels of anxiety in participants almost immediately. Another showed that practices like coherent breathing, maintaining a steady rhythm of about 5 to 6 breaths per minute, improved emotional regulation, and reduced stress markers in the body. The beauty of this is that you don't need equipment, medication, or years of training. Your breath is always with you, and by learning to guide it, you gain a direct handle on your nervous system. While thoughts can feel overwhelming, and emotions can seem uncontrollable, the breath cuts through both, giving you access to calm in any moment. It's a built-in reset button, waiting to be used. What makes this even more powerful is how quickly the shift happens. Within just a few breaths, the nervous system begins to adjust. You may notice your shoulders drop, your heart rate ease, and your thoughts slow down. These are not random. They are the physical signs that your parasympathetic system is turning on. And the more consistently you practice, the easier it becomes for your body to stay in this balanced state, even when challenges appear. Breathing doesn't just calm the body, it has a powerful effect on the way you feel. Your mood is directly linked to your breath, even if you've never paid attention to it before. When your breathing is irregular or shallow, your mind is more likely to feel restless, anxious, or heavy. But when your breathing becomes steady and intentional, something begins to shift inside. Research published on PMC highlights that specific breathing patterns can boost positive emotions, leaving people feeling more uplifted, centered and optimistic after only a few minutes of practice. Scientists have discovered that the rhythm of your breath influences your brain activity. Slow, deep and controlled breaths stimulate areas of the brain associated with emotional regulation and well-being. When you breathe in a calm, steady rhythm, your brain waves adjust, helping you experience greater clarity and stability. This isn't just about reducing negative emotions like anxiety or stress. It's also about actively creating space for positive feelings to grow. Controlled breathing can increase feelings of joy, gratitude, and inner peace, emotions that are essential for living a more balanced and fulfilling life. One of the ways breathing enhances mood is by balancing the production of stress and relaxation hormones. Shallow, rapid breathing tends to raise cortisol, the stress hormone, which keeps you in a state of tension. By contrast, slow diaphragmatic breathing lowers cortisol and encourages the release of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. These are often called the feel-good chemicals, and they play a major role in lifting your mood. Just a few rounds of steady breathing can literally change the chemical balance in your body, creating feelings of calm and positivity. Harvard Health explains that breathing also helps reduce the overreaction of the fight-or-flight system. This system, while useful in moments of danger, often misfires in modern life. Deadlines, traffic, arguments, or even scrolling through overwhelming news can make your body act as if it's under attack. Your breath quickens, your heart pounds, and your body prepares to fight or run. But the threat isn't physical, it's emotional or mental. Without a way to calm the nervous system, you stay stuck in this heightened state, which drains energy and clouds judgment. Intentional breathing interrupts that cycle. When you slow down your breath, especially by lengthening the exhale, you signal to the brain that there is no real threat. This message quiets the fight-or-flight response and prevents the cascade of stress hormones from taking over. The result is not only reduced anxiety, but also an increased capacity to feel safe, grounded and emotionally steady. People often describe this shift as a wave of relief, as if the weight of stress has lifted from their chest. The fascinating part is that the change doesn't take hours of practice. Studies show mood improvements can appear within minutes of beginning controlled breathing. Participants often report feeling lighter, more present, and more connected after just a few focused rounds. Over time, these practices build resilience, making it harder for everyday stresses to steal your calm or disrupt your mood. By choosing how you breathe, you're also choosing how you feel. Sleep is one of the most important foundations of health, yet so many people struggle to get enough of it, or to reach the deep, restorative stages the body needs. Breathing exercises have been shown to play a remarkable role in improving sleep quality. According to research published in Frontiers in Sleep, simple breathing techniques can help the nervous system shift into a state of relaxation before bedtime, allowing people to fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. When the breath slows and deepens, the body interprets it as a signal that it is safe to rest. This lowers nighttime restlessness and helps regulate the natural sleep cycles, leading to mornings where you wake up feeling more refreshed instead of groggy. The science behind this effect is clear. Slow breathing before sleep calms brain activity, reduces overthinking, and quiets the loop of worry that keeps many people awake at night. By focusing on rhythmic inhales and exhales, the mind lets go of the day's noise, and the body transitions smoothly into the parasympathetic rest and digest mode. People who practice these techniques regularly report fewer awakenings during the night, and a deeper sense of relaxation while sleeping. Over time, these improvements support overall health and daytime energy. Breathing exercises also benefit heart health in significant ways. At university hospitals, doctors highlight how controlled breathing can reduce blood pressure and promote cardiovascular wellness. When you slow your breathing, blood vessels relax, circulation improves, and the heart doesn't have to work as hard. This gentle rhythm helps maintain a steady heartbeat and lowers the risk of hypertension. News Medical also reports that deep breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, which plays a major role in regulating heart rate and blood pressure. This natural drug-free approach supports the cardiovascular system and has been recommended as a complementary practice for those looking to manage stress-related blood pressure issues. One of the most fascinating effects of controlled breathing is how it influences hormones. Stress hormones, especially cortisol, tend to rise when you are overworked, anxious, or not sleeping well. Chronically high cortisol disrupts nearly every system in the body. It affects digestion, weakens the immune response, raises blood pressure, and keeps the mind in a constant state of alertness. Studies cited by both university hospitals and News Medical show that deep breathing practices can significantly reduce cortisol levels. By lowering these stress hormones, the body naturally feels calmer, and the risk of stress-related illness decreases. The hormonal benefits go beyond cortisol. Slow breathing supports the release of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep cycles. By activating the parasympathetic nervous system, breathing practices set the stage for the body to release melatonin at the right time, making it easier to drift into natural sleep. They also help balance adrenaline and noradrenaline, preventing the spikes that keep the mind racing late at night. This balance creates not just physical relaxation, but also emotional stability, which is essential for winding down. When you combine these effects, better sleep quality, lower blood pressure, stronger heart health, and balanced hormones, the impact is profound. Breathing becomes more than an act of survival. It becomes a daily medicine for both body and mind. Each intentional breath is a step toward healing, restoring balance, and creating the conditions for a healthier, calmer life. Beyond the science of oxygen and the nervous system lies something even more profound: the connection between breath and the energy body. Many ancient traditions have spoken of an unseen layer within us, an energy field that extends beyond the physical form. Some call it life force, prana, or chi, while others describe it as the subtle body that connects us with the wider universe. Whether you view it spiritually or energetically, the idea is the same: there is more to you than flesh and bone, and the way you breathe is one of the keys to accessing this deeper dimension. The energy body can be imagined as a field of vibration, constantly interacting with your thoughts, emotions, and environment. When your breathing is shallow or irregular, that field becomes unstable, reflecting disharmony both your inner state and the world around you. But when you breathe with awareness, slowing down and aligning your inhales and exhales, something begins to shift. The field stabilizes, your energy flows more free, and you start to feel connected not just to yourself, but to something larger. Breath acts as the bridge between the physical body and the subtle layers of consciousness. Unlike the beating of your heart, or the circulation of your blood, your breath is both automatic and voluntary. You can let it run on its own, or you can take control of it at any moment. That control is what makes breath unique. With every intentional inhale and exhale, you are not only feeding your body with oxygen, but also sending signals to your mind and energy. You are consciously aligning the seen with the unseen, the material with the immaterial. This is why so many practices across cultures, from yogic prana to Taoist breathwork to meditative traditions, treat breathing as sacred. The act of guiding the breath is not just for calming the mind, but for tuning the self to a higher state of awareness. Each breath becomes a message carried through your energy body, harmonizing your inner vibrations with the rhythm of the universe itself. Think of breath as vibration. Every inhale and every exhale releases it. When those waves are chaotic, your internal frequency is scattered, leading to confusion, stress, and imbalance. But when you breathe with rhythm and intention, those waves fall into coherence. Your frequency rises, and your body
mind and energy begin to resonate in harmony. This is what alignment feels like. An inner tuning, where everything clicks into place, and you sense a connection to something greater than yourself. Quantum thinkers often describe reality as energy vibrating at different frequencies. If that's true, then your breath becomes a tool to tune into the frequencies you wish to embody. Fast, shallow breaths lock you into survival state, but slow, deep, conscious breaths lift you into creativity, clarity, and alignment. The bridge between matter and energy is already inside you, waiting to be. Each breath is a choice to remain scattered or to step into coherence with the. One of the most fascinating discoveries in recent research is a practice called cyclic sighing. According to studies published on PMC, this technique involves taking 2 short inhales through the nose, followed by a long, slow exhale through the mouth. It may sound simple, but the effects are profound. Cyclic sighing quickly activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress and bringing the body into a calm, balanced state. Just a few minutes of this pattern have been shown to lower anxiety, improve mood, and restore emotional stability. The power lies in the extended exhale, which tells the body that it is safe and helps release stored tension. Alongside cyclic sighing, other structured breathing methods have also proven highly. Box breathing, for example, is a technique often used by athletes, military personnel, and high-stress professionals to stay calm under pressure. It involves inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding again for 4. This creates a steady rhythm that stabilizes the nervous system and improves focus. The simple pattern makes it accessible to anyone and helps build resilience against stress. Coherent breathing is another practice worth noting. As explained by Very Well Mind and Very Well Health, coherent breathing typically involves slowing the breath to about 5 or 6 cycles per minute. This pace synchronizes heart rate variability with the breath, which creates a state of harmony between the heart, lungs, and nervous system. People who practice coherent breathing often report feeling more centered, emotionally balanced, and mentally clear. What's remarkable is that science has confirmed its effects through measurable changes in heart rhythms and brain activity, making it a reliable method for reducing anxiety and improving overall well-being. While techniques like cyclic sighing, box breathing, and coherent breathing focus on rhythm and timing, there's another critical aspect that often gets overlooked: how you breathe. James Nestor's book Breath, The New Science of a Lost Art, highlights one of the simplest yet most transformative shifts you can make: breathing through your nose instead of your mouth. Nasal breathing has powerful advantages that go far beyond comfort. The nose filters and humidifies the air, warming it before it reaches the lungs. This not only protects the respiratory system, but also ensures more efficient oxygen exchange. Nasal breathing also produces nitric oxide, a molecule that helps dilate blood vessels and improve circulation. This leads to better oxygen delivery throughout the body, enhanced brain function, and improved heart health. In contrast, chronic mouth breathing bypasses this natural process, often leading to dry mouth, disrupted sleep, and even long-term changes in posture and facial structure. The simple act of closing the mouth and engaging the nose can restore balance to the. What connects all these practices is the idea that breathing is more than an unconscious act. It is a tool you can shape and refine. Cyclic sighing provides rapid stress relief. Box breathing builds control and focus. Coherent breathing aligns the body's internal rhythms, and nasal breathing ensures every inhale is efficient and healing. Each method reveals a different dimension of how something as ordinary as breath can become extraordinary when practiced with awareness. To begin any breathing practice that aims to shift your state of being, preparation is just as important as the technique itself. The mind and body respond best when you find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, even if it's just a corner of your room or a spot where you feel safe and at. Silence isn't always possible, but minimizing distractions is enough. Some people like to dim the lights or play soft background sounds, while others prefer complete. What matters most is that your surroundings allow you to turn inward without being pulled back into the posture also plays a critical role. Sitting upright with your spine straight allows your lungs to expand fully and keeps your energy flowing free. You don't have to force stiffness into your body. Instead, think of sitting tall but relaxed, as if your head is gently being lifted upward by an invisible thread. If sitting upright isn't comfortable, lying down is also an option, though it can sometimes lead to drowsiness. Rest your hands loosely on your lap or by side, signaling to your body that it doesn't need to hold tension. A comfortable position ensures that you can give your full attention to your breath, rather than physical discomfort. Another helpful step is to set a timer. Even just 5 minutes of intentional breathing can have noticeable effects. But if you're watching the clock, you'll never fully let go. By setting a timer, you free yourself from the responsibility of keeping track of time and allow your awareness to rest entirely on the rhythm of your breathing. Starting small is important because it makes the practice sustainable. Many people find that beginning with 2 to 5 minutes a day builds consistency, and from there extending to 10, 15 or even 20 minutes feels natural. Once you're ready, the breathing pattern itself becomes the heart of the practice. One common structure is box breathing. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. This even rhythm creates balance and symmetry, grounding your body and mind. Another popular method is the 4-7-8 pattern, which involves inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 7, and exhaling slowly for 8. This ratio is especially powerful for calming the nervous system and prepare the body for deep. The key is not to force the breath, but to let it flow naturally within the chosen rhythm. At first, a few minutes a day is enough to notice shifts in calmness and clarity. As your capacity grows, extending the duration enhances the benefits, and soon the practice can become an anchor in your daily life. Over time, the breath ceases to be just a technique and begins to feel like a gateway to a deeper alignment with yourself and the energy around you. To deepen the impact, pairing breath with visualization or intention can create powerful results. As you breathe, you might imagine drawing in light, energy, or alignment from the universe, filling every cell in your body. As you exhale, you might picture tension, fear or doubt leaving your system, dissolving into nothingness. Some people choose to set intentions during their breathing practice, focusing on words like peace, clarity, abundance or love. By combining the physical act of breathing with a mental or energetic picture, you align your inner world with the frequency you want to live in. The breath becomes not only a physiological tool but also a creative force that helps shape your reality. Another way breathing becomes practical is in the moments when life throws you off balance. Everyone experiences anger, stress or overwhelm, and often the instinct is to react immediately, which only makes the situation worse. But when you learn to pause and breathe, even for just a minute, you shift your body's chemistry before making your next move. A few rounds of slow, deep breaths through the nose can interrupt the flood of stress hormones and calm the racing mind. In that pause you gain back control and perspective. Breathing in this way is like resetting your internal system, bringing you back into alignment before you choose how to respond. Over time, these small rituals, morning breathing, bedtime breathing, intentional breathing during stress, create a rhythm that supports you every day. They remind you that you don't have to be a victim of stress or scattered energy. The breath is always available, waiting for you to use it as a tool to return to balance, clarity, and alignment with your deeper self. We've explored what it really means to breathe correctly, moving away from shallow chest breathing and rushed, stress-filled patterns into deep, slower, more intentional rhythms. You've seen how correct breathing supports not only your lung, but your nervous system, your heart, your sleep, your mood, and even your energy alignment with the larger field around you. By practicing with awareness, you're not just taking in oxygen, you're reshaping your state of mind and tuning your body to a calmer, more powerful frequency. The method we shared, the quantum alignment approach, is simple but profound. Inhale with intention, hold with awareness, exhale with release, and pause to reset. Done daily, even for just a few minutes, It begins to rewire your system. It balances your stress response, improves focus, and brings you closer to the life you want to create. Don't wait for the perfect time to begin. Try it right now. Set aside 5 minutes to feel the difference in your body and mind. Then make it a part of your daily routine, morning or night, so it becomes second nature. Remember, transformation doesn't happen all at once. Change is gradual, but the breath is always here for you. An anchor, a guide, and a bridge to alignment. If you found this video valuable, take a deep breath, commit to your own practice, and help us spread this message. Like this video, share it with others who may need it, and subscribe to our channel for more content designed to help you unlock your highest potential. Your journey to alignment begins with one breath.